Good afternoon. It is about 2:30 here in Pennsylvania on Monday. If you're watching this on Monday, if not, that's great too. Um, so I didn't know which story I kind of wanted to tell today, but so luckily I had so many choices. Last week we talked about my scoliosis and we talked about my Lyme disease. So today I decided to talk about my low blood sugars. Um, I am not diabetic, I am not hyperglycemic, but I struggle with low blood sugar. It started when a lot of this stuff started when I was 13. So just a heads up, I was 13 again, and I started getting shaky from time to time. And my mom had suffered from low blood sugars as well, so she knew like exactly what to do and how to help me through it. Diabetes does run on my mom's side of the family. My grandfather, or my dad's mom, my mom's dad, who is now deceased, had type 2 diabetes. And he didn't really take care of himself. Before he died, he actually had to have his one foot amputated um, because of the diabetes. So he was in a wheelchair at the end of his life, which my mom also was too. So I didn't really, I would just notice I would get shaky and dizzy. The one Sunday morning I couldn't go to church because I was sitting in the kitchen eating breakfast, and all of a sudden I started to get really dizzy and couldn't really see. I don't know how I got to the living room. I just laid down and I said to my parents, I said, I can't go to church. I'm really dizzy and different things. So I had problems with it, not really knowing how to control it. Um, they said wheat bread. Well, I have to eat gluten-free bread right now. Um, so that wasn't really a choice. I thought, there's no wheat, whole grain, gluten-free bread, which there is. I just don't like. And if I've had like a rough week of controlling my sugars, when we go to the store on Saturdays, which is when we usually go, if I've had like a rough week of controlling my sugars, I'll get the little Danimal yogurt things and drink one of those a day, and that helps. If I have not had that week, I will not get them because it means my sugars are controlling themselves pretty well. But if they are not, I do get those little Danimals and do a week of those, and that actually helps a lot. One of those a day, sugars are right back up where they're supposed to be. I don't have to worry about it. Sorry, guys. If I keep looking up or looking over, my two female cats are play fighting, and sometimes that can turn into real fighting. So I just have to keep an eye on them, make sure they're not getting into a tussle. Careful. Um. So yeah, it you know if when you find out you have a health problem, the number one thing a lot of people do is they start to panic. Try not to panic. Try to think about it. Try to make it into something better. I know it can be hard, guys. I know that, when I first found I had health issues, I would just start I would panic. And that's what our go-to is when we find out we have a health problem. And if it's not a bad health issue, we panic. What am I going to have to change in my life? What am I going to do differently? How is this going to affect me? What do I have to do now? Don't panic. Go online. Find out everything you can about it. Talk to your doctor. Find out everything you can about it. Find out what you can do to make it better. Because trust me, if you find a way to make it better, it is not going to seem so scary. When I found I had scoliosis at 13 years old, I panicked. I didn't know how that was going to change my life. When in 2017, when I got diagnosed with Lyme disease, I didn't know what that was going to entail either. I was terrified. Thankfully, I had a really good friend who struggles with it and struggles with a lot of health issues that I don't have. I'm not saying that you should try to find someone who has a lot more health issues than yours so you can feel better about yourself. But I know I can message her anytime and she will get back to me if I have questions. And if she doesn't have the answers, I go on Google. But guys, we're going to be talking about some really serious health issues this week. I'm not sure what I'm going to pick tomorrow. We'll see.